Everybody wipe those tears away. Because tomorrow's just another day. Turns out, we've been led astray. But someone else is here. So I must say, Kuso6rande, day. Yeah, we have a new GM for y'all. Please welcome on in our GM, Mike Uyama. Oh, okay, I guess not a new one, but new for today. Mike Uyama, big man on the couch. Oh, let's see if he is ready to come and chat. Yeah, hello there, Mike.
Oh, okay, good. It's working.
Oh my gosh, yeah, it's working. Mike, I'm so excited that you're here.
Yeah, it's should be a good time, at least for me.
Yeah.
And, as has been the norm for my games, this Kuso6rande, I've been reusing stuff that I've sent out before. And,
yeah.
Unfortunately, not too many vetoes, so I didn't get vetoed on this one. So, yeah, and this actually does have a link to Blasphemous Roar, because this is the game that got Blasphemous Roar into the bracket. And I remember he had about a 5-minute rant about how this was like such a bad game, but like the perfect bad game for like round 4 of Kuso6rande or something like that. So
well, that's good.
I'm giving them the Blasphemous Roar's model bad game.
Yes, and it is The Adventures of Batman and Robin for Game Gear. Aw, yeah.
Yeah.
What's up with you and your Batman games, Mike?
I don't know. There's just plenty of bad Batman games. What can I say?
There are. Like, I think there's like 1 or 2 good ones on the NES, and that's about it. Arkham Asylum apparently is good, so I've heard.
Yeah, I mean, they started getting good in the mid to late 2000s when the Arkham Asylum games came out. I wasn't big into it back in the day, but I feel like I should replay it again. And
I really need to give them a try.
The Super Nintendo Batman Returns is pretty good. And what's fun, actually, the other Adventures of Batman Robin games are good. Both the Super Nintendo and Genesis ones are good. But this is a different game, even though it kind of uses the Genesis graphics.
Oh, yeah.
And the original Batman for Genesis is good. It's just really inconsistent when it comes to Batman games. You either get something really good or really bad, and there's really not much in between, if any.
I kind of prefer that, go big or go home. Go all out with your bad games if you're going to be making a game. Take risks, and,
and if I remember correctly,
Kuso6rande if it's bad.
This game is made by the Echo the Dolphin devs, which I guess is the link between this game and my last game being the Contra one.
Baby!
But, so it'll explain, why the game looks good, but, it just... even when you see it, it just kind of looks a bit jank because, it doesn't animate well. Because, they got the sprite in for Batman from the Genesis game, which is impressive because it's, a pretty, detailed sprite and everything. But they didn't really, get the animation or controls or anything else about it.
Huh. Well, I'm excited for this. Oh, Mike. One thing I wanted to mention, you've been playing that game Snake RX, and I love it. I saw that you were playing it, and
it is in my Steam history.
I need to play it, and it's so good.
It is a good game. It's also really cheap.
Yeah,
$3.
$3, something like that. Yeah. Seriously, one of the cheapest, wonderful experiences you could get right now, everybody.
Yeah, it has a good soundtrack, and it's a fun riff on snake games because you don't just control a snake, but you also end up shooting enemies with it and dodging them. So
it's I recommend everybody check that out. Have you run into any other games that you've loved recently, Mike?
I just 100% completed Death's Door. That's a really good Zelda-like, or I guess Souls game.
Love that, dude. You gotta be a crow, everybody, and who doesn't want to be a bird?
That's a That's a really good one too. What else have I played recently? You know, I played some Streets of Rage 4. It's good. You know what I finally played? I finally played Metal Wolf Chaos XD, and I would definitely recommend that game if you're into mech games and into way over the top U.S. politics game.
Yeah.
And you have to watch it with the cutscenes. And the thing is, I always knew about the cutscenes and I've seen it before, and like I've seen people play it, but like I never played through it myself until a week or two ago, and it is definitely worth playing through.
Okay, well, everybody has rated.
Oh yeah, someone
Rated
said
up.
the UI is bugging out already. That's actually not true. The thing about the UI in this game is that the Game Gear can't actually render the UI very well, so it just constantly flickers.
Well, I'm doing the countdown in Discord. Get all of your Batman emotes. What else appears? What would be good to spam? That clown.
Batman, boomerangs, Joker, explosions. Yeah. Oh well, they're off. So
yeah, they're that's okay. We can get the emotes coming in. No Pepe, okay? I will ban you if you use Pepe too much here.
Oh no, not this again.
This hurts already.
Yeah. That's the thing. Like, the game looks good, and then you see it animate, and it's just really bad. So, Meekin looked like he froze, but the game just does that sometimes. Like, the game, your sprite will just freeze in place, and I have no idea what causes it, but it just happens. You just gotta roll with it. And that's the thing about this game. Like, it has controls, but they are like... It feels like it has an input delay, and like, the game just sometimes eats inputs, and double jumping is way harder than it should be. Like... To do it consistently, you mash, but the game sometimes requires you to do it at like peak jump height, and then you have to time it, and that's when it's the worst. But really the main thing is that this game isn't too difficult in the sense that you get a lot of lives, but you will end up taking a lot of damage along the way. And there's one stage that will guarantee that no one will beat this game, and it'll be like half the match. I don't know if you remember this, Prosencha, but it's Mr. Freeze level 2.
I feel like, yeah, I do.
And you see how kind of like imprecise the platforming is? Well, imagine a stage that requires precision platforming, and if you fail it, you just fall. There's no falling to your death in this game.
You know, my favorite Batman villain, the Cheshire Cat, looking good here.
Yeah, exactly. Like, as Mokura says, the sprite work is great. I mean, it's pretty much all taken from it's pretty much all taken from the Genesis game. That's why it looks so good.
Is he actually a Batman villain, the cat?
In the Genesis version, there's like a giant mechanical version of it that you fight.
Oh.
But no, it's not like an actual Batman villain. The Mad Hatter is a Batman villain, yes.
That's so dumb. Why are you just gonna steal from freaking Lewis Carroll of all people?
And his gimmick is that like he uses a lot of hypnotism and mind control on people.
Oh no, I've been hypnotized. Oh, that is scary. Whatever, they'll just make you act like a chicken. Then people laugh at you. Then they'll take your credit card because you'll just give it over.
Huh, interesting.
It's a good strat to get lots of money.
Decided to use a password. I said people can use passwords, but they're really not that necessary unless you're like really low on lives or something. And I think passwords erase all the pickups that you've collected, and the pickups are actually really nice against the bosses because it'll do more damage to the bosses. But you know what? If he wants to do that, that's his prerogative.
Oh, so apparently the guy, the villain, the Mad Hatter in Batman, is actually just a Lewis Carroll fanboy, and thus he became the Mad Hatter. Oh my gosh. Okay, let me just say, having a villain who is just the biggest dumb fanboy is amazing. Okay, never mind. I'm all for the Mad Hatter now. That was soon as it's a fanboy who's a villain, yeah. If it was like, you know, the creators of Batman were like, yeah, we are creating the Mad Hatter and we're not going to acknowledge Lewis Carroll at all, then I would have been
Oh
upset.
no, they definitely acknowledge Lewis Carroll. If I remember in the cartoon, he even quotes the Alice in Wonderland book.
Anonymous, thank you for that gift sub, and thank you everybody who is here supporting the stream and keeping things going. You are much lived. Yeah, honestly, this game has problems, but it's like I really like the music. It's got good jams.
Yeah, for Game Gear, it's not too bad. And to be honest, like if it weren't for Mr. Freeze level 2, I would probably use this in an earlier round, but like knowing how horrible that stage is, it's very worthy of round 4 because they will get very stuck at this stage.
Oh yeah. Also, you said something that these games that you've been giving out this year have come from you've given out in years past, and honestly, I am all for that. Because there are some. There are plenty of new games, but at the same time, we've had so many amazing old games on Kuso6rande.
That is true.
Yeah.
And all that I have to do, I don't have to test them thoroughly. I just have to kind of play them through a little bit, just to kind of, refresh my memory on them.
Yeah, we've already had them and we know they work. It's gonna be. Yeah, we know it's not Bubsy in Sonic 2.
This is a Bubsy free game.
No, well, if Bubsy showed up in this, I would be so mad. We sort of had Bubsy with the Cheshire Cat. Little stronger though. But yeah, I'm taking a look at the people who made this. They did make all of the Echo the Dolphin games. They made a California Games game. I guess they did some port of Castlevania to something. Garfield Caught in the Act. That's gotta be good. Yeah, A Year at Pooh Corner.
What?
Like Winnie the Pooh. A Year at Pooh Corner. Whoever named that game had to know how dumb it would sound, because that's amazing. You're a Pooh Corner.
I just looked up the developer, and it is Nova Trade International, which means, yes, they are the Echo the Dolphin.
Oh, yeah. Also, everybody, if you could spend a year at Pooh Corner and then never have to poo again for the rest of your life, would you do it? That is... I want to know! At Pooh Corner! Yeah,
and then never have to poo the rest of your life?
And then, you never have to.
So,
it's an important question.
I mean, this is Kuso6rande, so we're talking about Kuso in the most literal sense here.
It's happened a lot lately, Mike. I don't know. I've run out of things to talk about.
That's fair.
Oh my gosh. With that said, oh my gosh.
And chat is not liking it. I mean,
are you allowed to play
no.
video games and stuff? As long as you're in Pooh Corner, I don't care what you do. Sure. Sure, chat, go ahead. Play video games on Pooh Corner. Anyways, yeah, this is a game made by Nova Trade, published by Sega. Game Gear games were not exactly known to be great, but at the same time, this is already better than most of the Game Gear games that I had when I was young.
Yeah, it definitely has like better production value. This is actually a pretty late Game Gear game. It's 1995.
1995, yeah.
So, I don't know how many Game Gear games released in 1996, but I feel like 1995 or 1996 was one of the last years that Game Gear games were.
It's pretty late, yeah. And honestly, oh my gosh, let me see. Game Gear. I see that some came out, or Lost World Jurassic Park in 97, and then 96, they had about 10 games or so.
Oh, yeah, that's one of the most inexplicable ones for Genesis, too. Like, that came out in 97 or 98 for Genesis also, so I don't know what happened there. But, yep, they decided to release a game for Genesis, and I guess Game Gear 2, because why not release a game on an already dead console that was way outsold by the Game Boy?
Heck yeah. I mean, in 96, Tintin in Tibet came out on Game Gear, and that's one of the better ports of the game. So good job, Infogrames. You really hit it there. But wait, I'm seeing that Sonic the Hedgehog Spinball came out on Game Gear in the year 2000?
That what? Is that like a fan?
That can't be right. That can't be right.
Yeah, that sounds very wrong.
Other people are saying it's terrible. Well, yeah, it's Sonic Spinball.
I mean, it's Sonic Spinball. What are you expecting? I mean, I know the Master System is terrible. System version is terrible. I don't know why the Game Gear version would be interesting. So, players are really struggling on the elevators. All you do is press up. There's even a literal up arrow.
There was a re-release of the Game Gear and some games in 2000, 2001. Okay,
I mean, maybe you have to be aligned at the right spot, and maybe it's the other elevator they have to hit up at.
Okay.
But it looks like at least one person, Internet Dirigible, has gotten past the elevator boss.
Good, good. Kerma is... Oh my gosh, this platforming just is so approximate rather than precise. Honestly, what it looks like is that either there's a very finicky double jump, or it's just as soon as you stop holding jump, you start going down. Which one does it seem like, Mike? Why did the bad guy run through the wall?
Having recently played the game again, just to re-experience Mr. Freeze 2, so you don't jump very high without the double jump anyway. I think they both happen. Because the thing is about the double jump is that, like, your most reliable way of getting out is just mashing it. But if you mash it, you don't get the highest possible double jump. And the game requires you to get the highest possible double jump at times, especially in the stage that I mentioned. And you might be wondering why I'm mentioning that stage so much, but I am not joking when I say it is going to be at least 50% of this match.
So how do you go in the elevator again? What do you do?
You hit up through a door. You have to hit up through the door on the right. Mikan's got
I saw Kerma try it, but I don't think Kerma was lined up correctly.
In fact, Internet Dirigible has also beaten the boss and is on the Goth Corp interior.
Nice.
They're probably just pausing that screen because I am allowing passwords for this match. I don't remember how many continues there are and stuff, but I want players to make progress.
Oh, baby, it's cold
they got
inside. Yeah, honestly, this game is a bit of a butt. Meekin's at the boss. It's the Mad Hatter, and he's on a screw, which is another thing referencing how mad he is. Well, thank you, game.
And he used a special weapon, so he made quick work of the Mad Hatter. So,
good choice.
This stage is an elevator maze, and I think I was actually wrong about the passwords. I think they do track some sort of progress, because both Internet Dirigible and Mikan got different passwords.
Okay. Oh, I kind of like this music. It's groovy. Yeah. It's also a little bit, like, off-tune, but it's good.
I mean, that's the Game Gear. What can you say?
It's true. Can't really blame, like, the game for the problems for the entire platform, you know? I don't know. Let's just say that Subtlety wasn't exactly the 90s high point. Considering that Arnold Schwarzenegger got to play Mr. Freeze in the movie, it's about right on. Yeah.
Batman and Robin is such a bad movie. This game is before the movie. It's based on the animated series. But, like, it's a really bad movie, but if you come in with the right mindset of, like, 1960s Batman and just expecting camp, then it can be a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah, a lot of us here appreciate camp.
Yeah, exactly. And Uma Thurman 100% knows what kind of movie she's in and just completely hams up the Poison Ivy role.
Yeah.
Definitely the standout actor in that movie.
It's I'd say, yeah, if you go in not expecting a quality Batman movie, you could probably enjoy this. As long as you're ready for the cheesiest lines and some of the hammiest acting, it's a good watch.
Some of the puns and lines are just so bad.
Yeah,
but
if you're ready for Arnold to open his mouth and for the dumbest words to exit his mouth.
Also, he got
perfect.
paid like so much for that role. I think he got paid like 20 million or something for that role, just to spout out the dumbest one-liner puns.
I love it. It worked. I mean, it worked to sell copies and to get people into the theaters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's basically what killed Batman for like till Batman Begins came out. So like 7-8 years, and apparently it nearly killed George Clooney's career.
yeah.
I mean George Clooney is a good actor, but A, that's not a good movie, and it's he's not a good Batman.
Ow. Yeah, he's not. But then again, who is a good Batman? Adam West. There.
Yeah.
Adam West was a good Batman. I can't name many of the others.
Michael Keaton was a decent Batman.
Someone had nipples on their bat suit. That was good.
That was George Clooney.
Oh, wait. I love George Clooney.
I mean, obviously Kevin Conroy is good Batman. That's the guy who voiced Batman the animated series. So it's the
Oh, okay.
that's why it says the best Batman. But there is one thing about this stage I would like to mention as we go before we go off on even more tangents about Batman.
Sure.
There is actually like this ice column at the end. It's like a column with a bunch of ice. And what the game does not really communicate well at all is that you're supposed to like punch or jump kick through the ice, even though you can't do that to any of the other columns in this stage. So the players are going to have to figure that out. I don't think it's at the column that Internet Dirigible is at. I think the column of ice is taller. But they might get stuck in that for a little while. Also, this is just an elevator maze, so it's just going to take them a while.
Stupid door mazes. Although this appears to not like be confusing. You go through an elevator, you fight some guys, you go through the next elevator, fight some guys, and it's just rinse and repeat until you're through.
Yeah. So
if it was an actual maze, then
yeah. So people are mentioning other Batmans like Christian Bale. And I wasn't a huge fan of Christian Bale Batman because he talked like this. I've heard the Batman voice.
That's okay. Whatever. You can be all gritty and edgy Batman. It's fine.
I mean, the movies he were in were good, you know.
Oh yeah.
And like, but
yeah, you don't have
his
to like
Batman
his voice.
Was a little much. Oh, so this is Internet Dirigible is here. You just kind of have to hit it a bunch and then you get through. So Internet Dirigible solved the ice column boss.
So it doesn't even show that you're hitting it, right?
Exactly. That's the problem. I personally got stuck on it for a very long time.
By the way, I have the lore for this game, Mike.
Ooh, I know Robin's captured. That's about all that I know.
How do I get rid of Batman, his right-hand man, Robin, and have a little fun, thought Joker. His answer to that private question, why is it a private question, was to preside over a competition with Gotham City's major crime bosses as the contestants. The rules? Simple. The first one to knock off Batman wins. But you need a fox. To have a fox hunt, the Joker needed a way to ensure Batman's cooperation. So now Robin is the bait. As the Joker's hostage, he is imprisoned somewhere in Gotham City. Batman is prowling the city searching for his missing partner. Meanwhile, a who's who of hooligans is hot on Batman's trail. The Mad Hatter, Mr. Freeze, and the Scarecrow have mobilized an army of mechanical bad guys. The brass knuckles are polished, machine guns loaded, hand grenade pins pulled. The Joker is a happy man.
Okay, so Internet Dirigible is on the stage that I was talking about.
Oh, yeah.
And so here's the thing. The stage doesn't seem too bad at first. You're just climbing up a building. It seems pretty whatever. It's linear, etc. And then there's this part where you have to do all this precision platforming on blind jumps.
Oh, yeah.
And it just makes no sense. And then if you fall down, you lose all your progress. And then even after you're done with it, you can still lose all your progress because you're supposed to get in one of those moving platforms. And you're supposed to wait until it takes you down, and then you go to the right. And if they don't, and if the person doesn't wait, or if they just don't know to go right down into the right there, they'll have to do all that platforming all over again, and it will be very bad.
I just love watching this game and being like, the camera makes no sense. Occasionally, Batman is in the right place on the screen. Occasionally, Batman is literally up against the wall.
I mean, he outruns the camera. Is the problem? The camera can't keep up with him.
Yeah.
Except at the very edge, and yeah, and it doesn't help that it's like on a Game Gear screen, so it's really small, and then yeah, and then the double jumping, as you can see, like Internet Dirigible is very much trying to double jump, but like it just doesn't come out sometimes.
It's not super reliable, or even slightly reliable. I like
as
that,
I said before,
like elves are trying to kill you.
Oh yeah, so about that gnome, or
why is there a freaking gnome trying to kill you?
No, yeah, so like whenever it throws something at you while you're hanging on that scaffolding, you will drop if the gnome hits you. So that makes the platforming even more annoying.
No, Internet Dirigible down to the bottom and dodging all the platforms. Great job.
Yeah, Time Wanderer. I gave you all a later stage that like just had pretty linear completion. It just took a while because you just had to like slog through it basically.
What Mike is referencing, by the way, is that Internet Dirigible had played this in a gauntlet, although didn't get Mr. Freeze stages. Probably one of the Scarecrow stages. Was that it?
I think it was actually a Joker stage. It was I think it was actually the final set of stages where there are these really trolly elevators. Also, Mikan and Kerma are basically tied. With Mikan only taking a slight lead. And you might be like, well, Mikan's a fair bit behind Internet Dirigible, still has to catch up the progress of the stage. Really, that platforming section is going to be the great equalizer.
Yeah.
And like, here's the funny thing.
Kerma
I'm
reset.
not sure
that's not a huge deal.
Is on that part yet. I think they're before the big platforming section, and he's already struggling with the platforming. So yeah.
Okay, Kerma opting to use a password, and is going to be
not a bad idea.
Getting back into it. Yeah, honestly, if you died a decent amount on this stage, using a password to see if the password like keeps your lives and such, definitely worth doing.
Yeah. I mean, I did say players can use continues and passwords because they will need them.
Yeah.
Okay, I think Internet Dirigible is finally on the big platforming section. Yeah, it's coming up pretty soon.
Okay.
It's so hard to tell because everything in the stage looks so samey, so it's like...
Yeah, honestly, it's just... Oh my gosh, Internet Dirigible got a really tricky-looking jump and tried to do another... It's just this part where you have to hang and go to the left, and there's a gnome trying to murder you. Like,
I mean, that's not the worst part. He's actually not on the part I was talking about.
Well, it's still frustrating.
Oh, it's still very frustrating. That's the thing. This entire stage is frustrating. What is nice is that you can't die from falling. There's no fall damage. There's no bottomless pits in this game. But that almost makes it worse in a sense, because like you just know you're stuck in this one part, and it will take a while to get through.
Okay, there we go. Internet Dirigible trying to punch the gnome. Yeah, gnome
explosion. Red Adamford has played this game, and he knows that this is like half the match right here, or the big decider in the match, because he did not enjoy this game at all.
Okay, Internet Dirigible managed to jump down through a moving platform on accident, so that was cool.
Yeah. I think Joey Gatorman is really stuck in these elevators, which is why he's stuck all the way back here. And even though he's really stuck, if he can make it to 2-2 while the others are still on 2-2, he can still catch up. Because it's that ridiculous.
Like 2-2. is like it doesn't matter how you do with the rest of the game. If you can get through 2-2, you may win the match.
I think I don't know. I don't remember Blasphemous War was the only person to get through 2-2, but I think he was like one of two, and because he got through first, he was like far and away.
Now,
and that's pretty much what's going to happen in this match. Like whoever gets through the stage first is likely going to get first.
By the way, these players here have 19 to 21 points, which means that only one person playing today will have a chance to make it into the bracket. One of them may make it, one of them might only make it to the tiebreaker, but still, the other three eliminated from Kuso6rande. At least this iteration of the tournament.
Oh, another thing about double jumping is that if you get hit by an enemy like Meekin did, your double jump just like stops, doesn't come out.
Oh no.
So it is absolutely worth taking the time to kill the enemies. Or the gnomes in the stage.
You've been gnomed!
Ho ho!
Ho ho! Ho ho from the gnome! Oh my gosh, okay.
I mean, this is what the naughty kids get in Santa's List. They get Adventures of Batman, Robin for Game Gear, and they're stuck in Gnome World.
Batman in Gnome World!
But, yeah, so as someone mentioned those tiny platforms, and there's one section where you have to go from right to left traversing those tiny platforms, and it's all blind jumps. You actually don't want to double jump through the platform, so actually just make it if you just kind of do blind single jumps, but until like the very final one, it's just like, but it's just not intuitive at all.
Yeah, okay, so Internet Dirigible is still getting higher in the level.
Yep.
So how far are we from the trash? Because it all looks like trash.
I mean, this entire stage is trash. I mean, what can I say? And this is why it's in round 4. If this stage didn't exist, I would have given this game. I don't think it's that hard to get through, aside from this stage, which is like unbelievably more painful than like the rest of the game combined.
Meekin said in Discord, basically RNG, my favorite.
And Kerma says, so this is where they make the game hard, so the kids don't beat it in one sitting because it's a Game Gear game, huh? And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yep. I mean, to be fair, people talk about NES, Nintendo difficulty. Absolutely a thing in order to make the game, have a longer shelf life. Game Gear definitely was guilty of that.
Yeah.
I'd still say that Atari and Commodore 64 were definitely more difficult.
Yeah, and definitely more cheap, at least.
Oh, yeah.
I would say any NES difficulty is almost its own difficulty, because not only is it hard, but sometimes it's just very obtuse and doesn't explain very well what's going on.
True.
Like, the game most guilty of this, I would say, is what's the name of it? It's a Xanadu game originally. It's like Legend of the Wizard.
Okay.
Do you know which game I'm talking about? Like the game where you play the Drassel family and like you have to go through this huge dungeon and you have to like pick the right family member for the right section. Legacy of the Wizard.
Legacy of the Wizard. Yeah, I know of that, but I haven't played it.
I played that as a kid. Oh wow! Internet Dirigible is already through.
What?
Yep. That's actually really good progress.
So is this boss hard?
No, you just take a lot of damage.
Okay, so what was the really difficult part? I didn't even see the really difficult part, Mike. You promised me difficult part.
You must have just gotten through it, like, really fast, or skipped it somehow, because I just missed it.
You promised pain. Where's my pain?
Well, if it makes you feel any better, Mr. Freeze is giving him an incredible beatdown and just burning through his lives.
Yeah, pretty impressive.
Okay, someone in chat is saying Internet Dirigible got really lucky on a blind jump, which probably makes sense because...
Oh, yeah, we'll have to see.
I don't know how else he would have made it.
Meekin
I think
is doing
Meekin
it.
is on the section. Yeah, Meekin is just like
It's just constant blind jumps here.
Oh, almost.
Yeah.
And all
and there's
the way down.
and there's 2 more blind jumps after that.
There are 2 more after that? Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Well,
There's
don't like that. That's okay, the gnomes are back.
So here's the thing. Internet Dirigible made it through there so fast, there is actually a chance he could beat the game.
Oh my gosh.
Because there's only 4 worlds in this game.
Considering there are passwords as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I just love it. I love when a full release of a game is beatable in under an hour. People are like, well, I paid for that. I paid money for that experience, you know?
I mean, I didn't see much of the match, but I think everyone completed Street Gangs.
Yes. That was $35.
It was?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Meekin made it through, too. So don't mess up this jump, Meekin. Don't mess up this jump.
Yeah, that game cost $35 when it was released.
So if Meekin gets to the boss quickly enough, he actually has a chance to catch up to Internet Dirigible, but it's going to be tough. He is struggling with a double jump. That's not really the fault of Meekin. It's the fault of the game.
Yeah, when the players say essentially it's RNG, yeah, I'd kind of agree with that. It's not a good jump. Just do not fall back down to the bottom of... Nope. Oh,
no, he's not going to fall back down to the bottom unless if... Okay. If
maybe
he
like
just fell
that.
Back. No, he's good. Oh, no, he's not good. He was actually in the correct spot, and then he fell all the way back down.
Batman's all the way down.
That's what I was afraid of.
Well, Kerma is enjoying this part as well, and by enjoying, I mean playing it.
Yes.
Let's see if Kerma is able to get past where Meekin made it to earlier. Yeah. Internet Dirigible definitely has the solid lead. Joey is definitely behind everybody else. Some games just don't mesh with certain people. Joey is a fantastic player, but this game is being overly difficult for him.
Yeah, he's still stuck on the elevators, unfortunately. Well, the reason why the jump looks painful to do accurately is because there is no accuracy in the jumping in this game.
No, it's
also,
yeah.
Joey Gatorman finally got to the Mad Hat, so he's making progress.
Ah, very nice. Okay, did Joey go to Batman jail or something like this? This is where they keep all the old Batmans. Never to see the light of day again. I don't know. I don't know what this prison's for. For bad guys? Batmans? For guys with bats?
I don't know why the Scarecrow stages take place in prison. Maybe it's supposed to be Arkham Asylum. I did give players the manual, so we can look this up.
Yeah. It is called Nightmare Prison.
Oh, well, then it's a prison.
So it's not Arkham Asylum. Okay, it's Batman scopes out the college and gets an advanced degree in terror. Wait, this can't be it. No.
It's it. This is the Scarecrow stages.
Okay, gets an advanced degree in terror when the Scarecrow gives him a shot of fear. Why is it saying that there's a college? Is this university? It might be.
I know in the beginning of this series, Robin is in university.
Okay, so this is a university and a prison, which honestly checks out.
I mean, you've taught at college long enough, you'd know.
Yeah, I mean, for some people. Hey, I taught at for Utah liberal college. So, actually, no, even for Utah, it was a very moderate college.
Okay. Oh, well, good news. Kerma has also made it to Mr. Freeze. So he's probably going to die about 4 or 5 times. and kill the
Nice
boss.
to meet you. You know, Batman, you should really just chill.
Oh my god. We don't need these right now.
Too bad. He's played by Arnold Schwarzenegger, and I don't care. Okay, if Arnold can say crappy lines, so can I. Oh, Meekins is having a rough time. Internet Dirigible has graduated and is on to Nightmare Cemetery, exactly where you go, or at least your career aspirations if you graduated over the last decade. Batman's on shaky ground, still dealing with that dose of fear gas. Skull-tossing skeletons liven up a deadly battle scene. Run, don't creep to the exit. Yeah, why are there skeletons? Are those common Batman enemies?
You mean like little ghosts and stuff? No.
Like literal skeletons and ghosts,
I mean,
yeah.
he sometimes deals with the supernatural, but his thing is mostly like, you know, common criminals. You know, some will have powers like Poison Ivy, but nothing like to the extreme of like Superman or something like that.
I mean, except in Batman versus Superman.
Well, yeah.
I love that, like, I got to read an essay about how, like, Batman would win because Superman will never betray his, they will never injure good people. And I'm like, have you seen Superman? Okay, like, I know this is your research essay, but you have almost no like, if you researched the actual various stories of Batman and Superman, I think you could give me a well-educated opinion on this. Or maybe it was that Batman would never betray his morals. But then again...
I'm pretty sure Batman thought Superman was a threat or something. He'd just bust out some kryptonite. That would be bad.
Yeah, I'd be like, Batman has a brain, okay? And you can definitely lock Superman up in a kryptonite jail, okay? Superman, though, can... Like, I don't think Batman has a chance unless he manages to get his hands on kryptonite.
Well, he's Batman. He has billions of dollars, so he probably always has his hands on some
Yeah, to be fair, like, sometimes there are kids on the street, like in the, Superman, The Adventures of Lois and Clark. Like, random nerds on the street sometimes have kryptonite. It's everywhere. Batman can definitely get some.
Yeah. Alright, so I'm going to say this. Internet Dirigible has made progress way faster than I thought anyone would, and this is the stage in the gauntlet, which is going to take a while, but I do think Internet Dirigible actually has a good chance of beating this game.
Oh, yeah. Why are the gnomes outside? Who let the gnomes out?
I don't know why. They're out of their wintry environment. It's almost like they only have about 5 sprites for enemies, and they had to reuse them.
It's the gnomes! The gnomes are behind it all! You don't need to go after the Joker, you need to go after Santa Claus! The true Batman villain.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, this... Oh, the mines in the elevator. Yeah, you gotta not let those hit you or something. I don't remember what you're supposed to do. I remember they're rough. Like, do they explode and hurt you?
Oh, the bomb. Oh, those bombs?
Yeah.
No, it's just that if you don't disarm them in time, then the elevator just goes down and you can't make progress. And,
Oh, that's
oops.
right. Well, the Internet Dirigible is gonna be finding that out.
Yeah, well,
Maybe.
let's hope he hits all the bombs again.
Nope, not that one.
Not that one. Yep, boom.
Oh, this is a great game. I love it.
Blasphemous was also very stuck on this part too. So yeah, it's not really his fault. It's just stupid. And you have to melee the bombs for some reason. Like just hitting them doesn't work very well. I don't know why. It's just how it is.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, we are 38 minutes into this hour-long match. Whoever makes the most progress will take the victory, and we have a pretty clear lead at this point. It is certainly a game. I do like that this game exists, though. It's pretty fun. It's honestly been an absolute joy to watch.
Yeah, it's stupid, but, you know... Yeah, it's just fun to see them struggle through it. and there's fun little trolley bits here and there, like the bomb elevator sections. Yeah, I will say this. This group is definitely getting through Mr. Freeze's stage way faster than I expected. Because the other group really struggled with it.
Well, then again, you know, at this point, you know, people have had more experience with Kuso6rande. People have made a lot more attempts through levels. You know, we had a game, the Rotten Tomatoes, Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, not Rotten Tomatoes, whatever. They were rotten. But that, we had it on the first Kuso. It was a 2-hour match, and players were stuck on one part for about an hour, maybe an hour and a half. I'm not even kidding you. And we had people defeat it relatively quickly when we had the game. So it was like, yeah, the players are much better this year than any year we've had before.
That being said, Nikan is still struggling hard through this stage. I don't think he realizes that there's a platform that you can just ride down to get to where you can make progress. And I don't think he realizes that one area with the enemy on the right is the right path to progress. Because he was actually on the right path to progress like 10, 15 minutes ago, but yeah.
Okay, I'm trying to find out, were there gnomes in Batman?
Linkura, I don't think any GM wants to say players are doing much worse than expected because it's pretty rude.
Okay, Batman and Superman versus gnomes? What?
Superman versus gnomes? You're just mashing a bunch of words together now.
No, I think this might actually be true. Let me see if I can find out. Yeah, Robin guest stars with Superman and the Batman. Magic Menace This Way Comes. Is that actually gnomes? Believe it or not, the premise is, specifically... Come on, where is it? Where is it? Let me see. Robin got buried alive.
As Red Adamford mentioned, Batman's arch nemesis, the red airplane, and honestly, this airplane is actually really hard to hit. Like, it is actually really difficult to hit. So it actually might be his arch nemesis, because it's actually really hard to hit. Yes, Power 46. There was a case of a game that I gave out as a 5B game. Final Zone 2, and I thought people would be able to like make it to the end or near there, and I think the furthest anyone got was like the end of the second stage.
Okay, I'm gonna share a picture with everybody on stream because this is a legit comic. Okay, this is legit part of the Batman lore that we have here. Very, very important. Because, yeah, they did end up going up against gnomes at one point.
Why?
Yeah. Beware, brothers! A human has entered our domain! Subdue him! Quickly! The gnomes jump on Robin and beat him up, I suppose. So, gnomes... So, that means that this game is canon. That's what I'm taking.
Fair enough. Batman and Superman versus gnomes. Well, Internet Tradition will finally got past the red airplane boss.
Oh, good!
I know you have to fight Harley Quinn. I think there's also a Joker fight, but this is either the last or second to last stage.
We're very close to the end. Oh my gosh, that makes me so happy that Robin got owned by a bunch of gnomes. That's all I needed to know in my life. Okay, Kuso6rande making some progress onto this painful climb as well, and the elevator stage. Internet Dirigible has a strong lead, but if he has a hard time making progress, there is a chance Kerma could catch up.
Yeah.
Meekins and Joey are very behind, and Meekins has been struggling on this level forever, and it's not a surprise.
This is unfortunately more the result I was expecting. I think Meekin is really lost in this stage and does not know where to go.
Yeah.
It happens. There's just games that don't mesh with people. So
yep,
what can I say?
You never really know. Meekins is seriously a strong contender in any of the Kuso6randes he's done.
Yeah,
they've done great in the past.
Meekin has made it to brackets multiple times, so.
Yeah, so, you know, it would be a tragedy if they don't make it, but at the same time, it was a tragedy when Andy didn't make it into the brackets. You just never really know if a game is going to...
It was honestly a little bit exciting when Andy didn't make it to the brackets.
Oh, it was great. It was great. I mean, great for us, the viewers, and great for me, because I didn't have to be like, oh, crap, Andy's gonna beat everybody again. Same with NPC. Whenever NPC gets eliminated, it's like, aha! An easier time for... Well, not easier, but it means we have a chance that there will be a different person taking the victory. Because as soon as Andy and NPC are together having fun, it gets rough. Well, okay. Internet Dirigible is just trying to make the impossible jump.
Yeah, I think that just has to be a high double jump, which, as I've described many times in this game, is way more difficult than it should be.
Yeah, it definitely doesn't seem reliable at all. Like, at all. You know, this music is kind of a jam. I can dig it. Oh, the bad thing, though, Internet Dirigible has taken damage every single time he needs to do a run back here. Honestly, he may die if he can't get it this next time.
Yeah.
And
dying isn't really a big setback in this game, though.
Kicked in the stomach.
I don't know how many continues you have, but he has 6 lives, so I don't think he's really...
Yeah, that's not a concern.
Under too much pressure in the lives. It's just this jump is really messing him up.
Oh, geez. Didn't even get to the jump, just fell through the floor because it decided to collapse a little faster this time. That's always nice. Thank you, video games.
It's been a while since I've gotten to this part, so I don't remember exactly supposed to be, but I think you're supposed to get to the last platform and then do the jump.
Meekins had a death by gnome! Oh, gnome!
Oh, God. Oh, no, he didn't make the second double jump!
Oh, no!
You know what? This is honestly giving Irma a lot of time to catch up, because he's actually making pretty fast progress through this stage.
Yeah, for realsies. You know, it's a brutal game, and if you get walled, that all any of the players have to do, you know, is make consistent progress. As soon as somebody gets walled, that's opening up the possibility that somebody can pass you. But the thing is, I think with games like this, people will start getting frustrated, and if they get stuck at one part, maybe even make it a little bit more difficult for themselves. You know, not realize how to get through something. Oh, Internet Dirigible did the jump!
Yeah. He's definitely better at making that jump now and making progress up there. But
there we go, back up.
He's back up.
Is he just practicing?
You might think
like, why isn't he hitting the jump button? I'm sure he is. The game just eats inputs all the time. Like, it's not really his fault that it's not happening. Okay, there we go. He made it.
Okay. Through the very slow-moving death trap.
Yeah, I think he's kind of realizing that it's not really that worth it to wait through those.
Honestly, they should have cranked the speed up like 10 times that.
Yeah.
Batman wouldn't make it through. Bam, as soon as you do that, you're defended. You're invincible, the Joker. Seriously, a Joker if he thinks that those are good defenses. Huh. If you want to know what's not funny, it's a robber coming in and stealing your television, the Joker, okay?
It's a little specific. Did that happen to you recently or something?
No, I'm just trying to sell him some home insurance.
Okay.
See, it's a good sales pitch. You find out what they like, and then you use that when you're talking to them. And you're like, okay, Joker, this guy likes laughs, right? Okay, so we're going to work that in. It's not funny getting robbed. Yeah.
And learning the sales pitch. I see.
You might laugh when you use a pencil to kill somebody, but you know what's not funny? Showing up and knowing that your children are in danger because a robber was in your house.
What? Okay.
Yeah. Bam!
Anyway.
Joker's buying a security system. We're good!
Internet dirigible is on Harley Quinn. Also, I think Meekin finally made it past the platforming section.
Aha! Well, I hope don't go falling. Please.
No, I think he's past the point where he can fall.
Oh, good. Because there's hope for you to beat this level. Unfortunately, I think this is Internet Dirigible's game.
Yeah, this is definitely
Kerma might be able to make a little bit of progress to catch up. I mean, killing the red plane
I don't think he can actually catch up though, because Internet Dirigible is now 2 levels ahead, and this, I'm pretty sure, is the final stage.
Yes, the guy with the goofy spinny hat,
Yep. That was also in the Mad Hatter stage.
Why? Did the Mad Hatter, after his death, all the minions were like, well, we'll just go wherever now, Well, we don't have a home anymore.
I mean, what are they gonna do if they can't minion anymore?
I mean, good. So they're like freelance minions now?
I mean, the gig economy is tough on everyone, including henchmen.
Yeah,
they're independent contractors. They don't get a lot of pay. There's no benefits. What can I say?
They need to raise their rates, okay? Raise their rates. Like, seriously, the biggest problem is that you're doing it for too free. And, do not put a lower rate for yourself because you think that you'll undercut the competition. You all need to band together, minions. But not like minions, like Batman minions. No, the actual minions need to die. They can die. They could become gadgetinis. There we go. Think it with your brain. Thank you, chat. We learned a lot about Inspector Gadget lore yesterday, by the way.
Oh, yeah. You had that Gadget game that looked pretty bad. I didn't watch it, but...
Wow, Mike. You had that one game. I didn't watch it. It was...
I mean, I can't watch every single Kuso6rande game. What am I supposed to say?
I can. Well, okay.
You kind of have to.
Yeah, I kind of run this thing. Ah. Yeah, it's been a... I think that Kuso6rande, there might have been a match or two that I didn't commentate, but last year I did all of them, and this year I've done all of them. I have...
Okay, Meekin is finally Mr. Freeze.
And Internet Dirigible is onto the Joker.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the final boss.
Yeah.
And he is like every other boss. You take hits and you just hit them with whatever you got because at this point, why would you spare your ammo? Just unload it all.
You know what will put a smile on that face? Knowing that when your kids go to sleep at night, they will be safe and secure behind Nord's body security alert or whatever. Internet dirigible! Yes!
That's the game. GG.
Well, sweet Internet dirigible has beaten the game, and yeah, Kurma could make some progress. I don't think he's going to make it to the end of the game, but we could see a reasonable amount of progress here. Internet dirigible, though, is the only one to secure a possibility.
Could beat the game, but it's going to be really close.
Yeah, let me take a look just to see. Internet dirigible came into this having 19 points. This gives him 29.
Possibility of a tiebreaker.
Yes, possibility of the tiebreaker. Hello, Internet dirigible, and congratulations.
Hello.
Oh, and Meekins is saying that his hand hurts too much. Yeah, that is fine, since the other players are not going to be able to make it into the bracket at this point. If they stop, they stop. Yeah. Well, Internet dirigible, you beat the game.
I know. I was like, oh wow, I really did pretty good. I'm happy. I'm very happy with that performance. It's nice to play a game that's bad, but it's not like incredibly punishing.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I didn't feel it was incredibly punishing.
So the one stage you could have gotten punished on, I don't know exactly what happened because I was looking at other screens at the time, but that was Mr. Freeze 2, and you could have constantly fallen down during the platforming sections and had to make up progress over and over again.
Yeah,
that
I did 2 or 3 times. It was those little gnomes climbing on the walls.
No!
Those were the killers.
Oh
yeah,
no!
Not just the gnomes, but the part with the little platforms. You had to go from right to left and then like loop around and then go to the right again.
Oh yeah.
You can like lose a lot of progress doing that, but it seems like you figured it out right away, which was very fortunate.
I can't believe somebody beat this hack work.
Yeah, Joey, you like this game did not work for you.
Yeah.
At all. You're like that's the thing with Kuso6rande. You never know if a game is going to jive with you or just be a total butt. And we found your kryptonite. It was like Superman had kryptonite of gnomes.
Wait a minute, that's all I had to know.
Gnomes.
Yeah,
oh,
so
man, that's not it.
Here's the deal. Internet dirigible, you managed to beat the game. Joey, you have been struggling on this ice level, which we expected to be a huge wall for pretty much everybody. Internet dirigible, I have no idea how you got through it that quickly. That was dumb. Yeah, Joey, so what is the biggest problem in this game?
The biggest problem are the unresponsive controls.
That is correct.
like right there, half the time it'll work, half the time it won't.
Yeah, the game just eats inputs all the time. And sometimes you need to do high double jumps, which require not mashing the jump button. But the problem is the easiest way to do a double jump is to just mash the button.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I got into. I was saying that. I was saying this game must have like frame rules for when it accepts inputs or something. It's like you miss the bus, then it just doesn't do what you want it to do. The double jump. It must be the weirdest double jump. I've never played a game with a double jump like this.
Yeah,
it's very weird.
It just doesn't seem reliable. Like even if you push the inputs, you're not guaranteed to get a double jump.
There we go. Progress.
Yes, Joey, you did it.
No one's yet.
Oh, yeah. The thing is, like,
the
level. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I pressed jump, and it didn't go.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. When I said players are falling down, it's not because they didn't press jump. It's because the game just didn't feel like responding to the jump input.
Nope. Too bad. Well, it's just too bad, Joey. Going back down, Joey.
Yeah, I got into the habit of pressing and then immediately pressing again, but holding it. And so I was able to get a tall double jump like maybe 30% of the time, which is, I feel like, as good as you can get.
The 30% is pretty good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's pretty good for this game.
it was really bad in Joker 1 at the very beginning, or maybe it's Joker 2. One of them, it's similar to
Joker
this.
2 with the disappearing platforms, yeah.
Yeah.
We saw you struggle there.
Yeah, Kerma still has a chance of beating the game, by the way. Kerma is right near the end.
Yeah, it's right there.
Yeah, Joey, I absolutely do not blame you for struggling on this level because of like how many blind jumps there are in a row, along with you having to do the double jump and not being able to see where you're double jumping. It is just absolutely ridiculous what this game expects you to do. You have to be like superhuman, which, to be fair, you're a gator, which gives you a certain advantage, you know, being an alligator and all.
This isn't the first Game Gear game. I'm just gonna pause here because I'm just gonna stop. This isn't the first Game Gear game I played in the past couple of days. I had to deal with another piece of crap lately.
Oh yeah,
Super Smash TV, or is it just Smash TV for the Game Gear?
It would be Smash TV, and
Smash TV.
I don't know how that game would work on 2 buttons, because the way the game's control scheme works is, at least in arcades, that you have 2 joysticks.
I know.
And so,
but-
like, you use one to move and one to fire. And in Super Nintendo, it works pretty well because you just use the 4 buttons to like do the directions. But
And
I
to a
don't
degree,
know how it
yeah.
will work on Game Gear. 'cause you
Well,
have
to a degree,
button.
there was a port for the NES in which you held the B button to fire and move in the same direction, and holding A just strafes. But in the Game Gear version, strafes in the last direction that you set for yourself. But in the Game Gear version, when you press B, it just you fire backwards, and it's really hard to get a hold of it. And you also move like 6 frames, if that, 4 frames a second.
in the last second, Kerma beat the game.
Oh wow!
That
All right, so
was
Meekin,
awesome.
woohoo! Meekin, how far did you get?
Meekin is not in the.
Oh,
Meekin beat
the
Mr.
conversation.
Freeze.
He did beat Mr. Freeze.
Yeah, I think.
And then he immediately went offline, which is.
He's
fair.
like, nope, I'm done. I don't like this game. I'm done with it.
I mean, I will say this. I thought maybe a completion could happen, but I definitely wasn't expecting to.
well, at least I lost to my own merits rather than forgetting to map the button correctly like I did last year.
Oh, you know what? It's really hard to practice for absolute terrible input for a game. You know, usually you push the button and it does what you want, even if it does it late. But that's just not the case with this game. And it drops so many of the inputs. It's an absolute patootie. Hello, Kerma.
Yes, it does. Absolutely.
Congratulations.
Yeah, you beat the game, Kerma. That was really fun to watch. Yeah, give me a quick rundown of your thoughts about how it went.
I grew up with the Game Gear. I thought I had it bad playing the Garfield game on Game Gear, but clearly it was good compared to this. So,
I mean, the same company made it, so there you go.
So you had practice.
Honestly, the part I was frustrated at the most, other than the ice level, which I'm sure everyone here has talked about, I can guarantee you it was the worst level in the game, was the very first elevator, because the manual does tell you there's elevators, so I was like, okay, like fine, there's gonna be an elevator where I press up. But not only is it so accurate to where you have to press up to go in the elevator, but there's 2 elevators. So I was like messing around with it, and I was like, what do I do? And I was like, maybe this is the wrong way, because in the past I've gotten 4th in rounds where I've just tried doing one thing over and over. So I was like, I'll try doing different stuff, and I don't know. But that's all I had to say, really. It's okay.
Yeah, I think that you managed to do it. You know, Internet Dirigible takes first this match. Kerma, you take second. Meekins takes third. Joey takes fourth. Honestly though, it was the first place that really mattered for Internet Dirigible. It was a joy to have all of you in the tournament this year. It seriously a lot of fun.
Yeah, you have a chance to be in the tiebreaker.
Oh, there's still a
gonna
chance.
say-
Yeah,
Or
there's a
dirigible.
chance. Internet
It's
dirigible.
it's a good chance, but yeah, it
I didn't think my scores were even high enough to play around for, so I'm happy.
No,
I'm happy
you're
with the
high
chance
enough
for the
to,
tiebreaker.
yeah. If there is a tiebreaker, it depends on how many people get 30 points. But if there's a tiebreaker, you're in it.
Woohoo!
I love it. Seriously.
I don't know why you're saying woohoo. That means you have to play more, but sure.
I know. That's another. As long as it's not, man. As long as you don't give me that Beavis and Butthead game again. That was like the worst gaming experience in my entire life.
The Game Gear Beavis and Butthead game?
Yeah.
Oh, I gave that out to you? Okay.
I've beaten that. Come on, I've beaten that game. Come on.
I
Don't
didn't know you
worry.
ate bird eggs.
You're gonna get a Jeff game instead, and that's worse.
No. Yeah, you might get a Jeff game.
I'm
Yeah,
okay.
Jeff games are pretty dire
Well,
if they function as games.
everybody, this has been Kuso6rande for this weekend. Thank you all for the support, for following. Thank you to all the players for being willing to suffer for our entertainment. And I guess they'll just run away. I guess Joey stayed. Hi, Joey.
Hello.
I don't.
Oh, did everyone else leave?
Yeah, they just ran away. I don't know what happened. I guess I
Oh.
scared them.
Well, I guess maybe next year I'll make it to the final tournament.
Maybe. Oh my gosh, I hope so, Joey. Like, it's been the second year, I believe, for you, and you did a fantastic job. Seriously.
Yeah, thank you. Third year actually.
Oh,
I
third
was
year.
before.
Ah, yeah. Did better than me when I played. Let me just say that. But for now, we're gonna go ahead and call it. Don't forget, this next weekend, from September 10th through the 12th, Friday through Sunday, is is Big Bad Game-a-thon, where many people from the community will be playing games there. Joey, I forget if you're playing something there.
I'm not taking part in the Big Bad Game-a-thon, no.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Mike's played before, but was a slacker this year and didn't submit.
Yep, that is correct.
Well,
I mean,
that's
I'll still
okay.
be watching.
You're busy. Yeah, I'll be playing a couple games there.
I can't always have some Kuso ready to go. So
Yeah. Tuesday, we've got Don't Make Us Bored. I would love for people to come and just chill with us as we watch people play games and sort of laugh along with them. Other than that, I'm going to try to do some BBG practice throughout this next week. I'll occasionally stream. I'll let people know on Twitter and Discord. For now, let's go ahead and raid Duckfist. And we're going to raid with the message, Hot Dogs from Doggy. Thank you so much, Street Gangs, for having the most inspirational quotes there. Hot Dogs from Doggy. Well, perfect. Thank you so much. We'll see you later, Twitch. See you later, Joey, Mike.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
See you later.
Oh, my lord.